Hello and welcome to today's class. Our topic for today is warehousing. In this class, we'll be discussing the meaning of warehousing, importance of warehousing, functions of warehousing, and types of warehousing. Now let's look at the definition of warehousing. Warehousing is a means of storing manufactured goods or goods that are bought in a place until they are needed. Warehousing is an important aid to trade as it is the act of storing goods until they are needed. Now, the place where these goods are stored is called warehouse. Now, let's look at the importance of warehousing. Warehousing is an important aid to trade as it serves various usefulness to the producers and sellers. And the first one we have is warehouse provides employment opportunity. Warehousing provides employment opportunity to warehouse staff or warehouse workers. Next is warehouse ensures constant supply of goods. Warehouse also ensures that goods are produced ahead of demand. As a result of warehouse, producers can produce before the demand arises. Next is warehouse provides security for goods. Warehouse ensures that goods are kept safe in the warehouses, and this is done by the warehouse workers. Next is warehouse facilitates repackaging and rebranding of goods. We also have warehouse helps to eliminate seasonal problems. Now, for goods that are demanded in seasons like umbrellas, raincoats, rain boots, these goods are not demanded or required or used every time of the year. So as a result of warehouses, producers can produce these goods even and store them even when they are not in demand, and later sell them when the demand arises. Also, our warehouse brings about stability of price. As a result of warehousing, goods are produced in large quantities, and this also stabilizes the price of goods and goods. And lastly, warehouse makes a producer or wholesaler reliable. Now let's move on to functions of warehouse. 1. The basic function of warehouses is to store large stock of goods. These goods are stored from the time of their production or purchase till they are needed for consumption or use. Next, a warehouse provides protection of goods from loss or damage due to heat, dust, wind, moisture, etc. It makes sure or ensures special arrangement for different products according to their nature. Next is risk bearing. Warehouses take over the risk of incidental losses of goods. Once goods are handed over to the warehouse keeper for storage, the responsibility of these goods passes on to the warehouse keeper. This makes the risk of loss or damage to be borne by the warehouse keeper or warehouse manager. We have next financing. When goods are deposited in any warehouse, the depositor gets a receipt which acts as a proof that the goods have been deposited with the warehouse. The warehouses can also issue a document in favor of the owner of the goods, which is called warehouse keeper's warrant. This warrant is a document of title and can be transferred by simple endorsement or delivery. We also have processing. commodities are not consumed in the form they are produced. Processing is required to make them consumable. For example, paddy rice is polished, timber is seasoned, and fruit are ripened, etc. Sometimes warehouses also undertake the activities of processing these goods on behalf of the owners. We have grading and branding. On request, warehouses also performs the function of grading and branding of goods on behalf of the owners of the goods or the manufacturers or the wholesaler or importers. Warehouses also provides facilities for mixing, blending, and packaging of goods for convenience of handling and sale. And lastly, we have transportation. In some cases, warehouses provide transport arrangements to the bulk depositors. It collects goods from the place of production and also sends goods to the place of delivery on request of the owner of the goods. And before we end this class, let's look at types of warehouse. We have different types of warehouse, and they include 1. Bonded warehouse. Bonded warehouse is usually located at the port, and this is for storing goods whose duties have not been paid. Bonded warehouses are usually maintained by the customs authorities, and goods will be released to the owner of the goods until the custom duties have been paid. Next is manufacturer warehouse. The manufacturer warehouse is owned by the producer of goods, and this is used to store their goods until they are demanded. We also have state warehouse. A state warehouse is a warehouse where smuggled goods are kept until they are sold. It is owned and controlled by the government of a country. We have public warehouse. Public warehouse is usually owned by private individuals who let it out to anybody for safekeeping of their goods. The person who hires a public warehouse pays rent to the owner of the warehouse. And lastly, we have wholesale warehouse. Wholesale warehouses are located near distribution or sales centers. It is owned by the wholesaler to store all the goods they bought.
Now let's take a quick assessment. Question 1. A place where goods are stored before they are needed is called A. Bedroom, B. Office, C. Restroom, and D. Warehouse. Question 2. A warehouse for storing goods whose duties have not been paid is called A. Wholesale warehouse, B. Public warehouse, C. Bonded warehouse, and D. State warehouse. Question 3. All of these are types of warehouse except A. Boss warehouse, B. Public warehouse, C. State warehouse, and D. Bonded warehouse. Question 4. A person who hires public warehouse must pay what is called A. Premium, B. Interest, C. Rent, and D. Dividend. And question 5. All of these are importance of warehousing except A. Storage facilities, B. Stability of price, C. Employment opportunity, and D. Increase exchange rate. Good luck.
With this, we've come to the end of this class. Thank you for watching. See you in our next class. Bye bye.